as the game the other night in Philadelphia was 34-18 after the first quarter. A real rough start for the singular playoff games in his young career. They'll need one of those tonight to keep their season alive. Embiid guarded by Qtr, steps back inside the arc. First shot won't go. Tatum the rebound.
I like to see Joel Embiid either get it closer to the block or maybe run something for Tyrese Maxey to get him an early look.
Derek White comes out short. Maxey looking to push. It's in their lone victory, game 2 right here in Boston when they push the tempo. Maxey finding some room, back out to Embiid. Nobody near him. Passes up the shot. Paul George tries and hits the 3.
And that's what they need. How you can still use Joel Embiid, but not basically focus on him in the offensive side.
And the Sixers need Paul George to be aggressive offensively. Nick Nurse says that's a key as Derek White's floater goes down. Teams in the NBA 30-11. Sixers were a good solid road team during the season, 22-19. And again, they won game 2 here. Oubre wide open. That one in and out. And of course, often a key when you play the Celtics, the opponent needs to hit their threes. That was a good wide open shot. Tatum to Brown. Brown guarded by Oubre. The spin, the pull-up, comes up short. He had that sensational game, but since then has struggled. Here's Oubre, goes right at Brown. Shot is up and good.
That's a strong move. Really tight curl off of that action with Embiid. All that space in the lane and then just use his shoulder, create that space at the end.
Oubre didn't have a field goal in game 4. Nice to see him get started for the Sixers. Tatum launches that one. Shot won't go. Qtr keeps it alive. They get a new 14. Hauser from outside. Embiid the rebound.
Rebounds, and then the three-point shot coming off of that. Offensive rebounds can be deflating as you see Paul George looking like he wants to be full-on momentum plays that can take the juice out of a team.
Foul called on Philadelphia. Be a side out.
That space is closed down on the catch.
And a moving screen call on Hauser. By the way, Paul George, obviously.
You pay him the money. That's why he's been All-NBA. That's why he's been the MVP candidate. His talent as a wing, he is a 3-level scorer and he's a 2-way player. He does everything. So when he plays well, it is not a surprise that Philly has a successful record.
Tatum with Embiid on him. Little jab step. Embiid that big right arm. Tatum sidestep, 3-pointer. Can't get it. And Oubre the rebound. Edgecombe goes at Hauser, gets in the paint, throws it up, shot no good. Ball kept alive, but Qtr comes away. Jaylen Brown stops inside, tried to get it to Qtr and threw it out. So a sloppy start for the Celtics.
Yeah.
1 for 6 and 2 turnovers for Boston. George looking for a shot early and often. Not that time. Got a good look. Tatum grabs it.
And I don't think there is a number that Paul George could take tonight from the three-point line that Nick Nurse would have a problem with. He wants him to be as aggressive as he can be.
Jaylen Brown, nobody stepped the layup line. Dunk for Jaylen Brown. Embiid, he tries the 3.
And that's okay. When you talked about Paul George, if you're down in a closeout game on the road, you do not want to be passive. You want to go out aggressive. You want to be physical. Leave it all on the thing.
Wavering a little bit as he comes up the floor. Looked like he banged his leg. Maxey to spin, the turn, the jumper is good. Maxey with his first shot, first half of game 4.
26 average field goal attempts in the first 3 games. Joel Embiid returned in game 4. He took half as many, only 14 shots.
And starts 2 for 9 from the field. Qtr trying to guard Maxey. Embiid's left alone. And Embiid this time can't get it. He was 1 for 6 from 3 the other night. His first game back. Derek White brings it up. Better transition defense from Philly. That was a real problem according to Nick Nurse in game 4. Qtr's shot is up and good.
Great delivery there by Derek White. He gave it to him late, which meant that Qtr had an opportunity to roll closer to the rim for that short little push shot that's within his range.
Paul George kicks it back out. Maxey in motion, can't get it. Qtr grabs another rebound. He's got 4 already. Brown looking to post up, deflected by George. Picked up by Qtr, but he couldn't hold on. And that's 3 turnovers for Boston. Maxey to Embiid. Tries another one. And can't get him to fall. He's 0 for 3 from 3. George chasing Tatum. Tatum gets into the paint, floats it out. Jaylen Brown, Oubre right with him. Tough fall-away shot, got it.
And obviously put up the three-point shooting.
George to Edgecombe. The rookie fires away, knocks down the three, and that's a huge relief for him. He had, again, that spectacular game when he had the 30 points in game 2, but 0 for 16 in the other 3 games from three-point range. Now guarding Tatum. Jumper, short. Oubre the rebound. Maxey and White, that's a fun matchup. Great offensive player, great defensive player. Maxey to Embiid, finds Oubre. Oubre's going to try a three-pointer.
And you respect it again. 10 of their 15 shots have been from 3. 11, of their 15 shots have been from 3 as Jason Tatum gets the easy lay. Nick Nurse, and they've averaged 36 three-point attempts in those 3 wins.
Embiid gets the mid-range jumper.
And look how much better that was, to your point. He didn't just stay at the three-point line. There is space there he can eat up for a much higher percentage shot.
Rolls off the rim. Embiid grabs the rebound. Embiid, by the way, has 4 assists already. Edgecombe goes right at Pritchard. Tried to banker, couldn't get it to go. Ball batted out. Tatum, the hesitation. Nearly stripped by Oubre, gets it back, lays it up and in. The numbers he is putting up in this playoff series, like he did in the last 16 games of the regular season, are just extraordinary.
Well, how about coming back from this injury, putting up similar numbers to his career playoff numbers, but even shooting at a higher rate and rebounding at a higher rate?
Brown misses, Oubre the board. For Philadelphia, several substitutes for Boston as Embiid gets inside, puts it up, shot won't go. Tatum grabs the rebound. Tatum has been averaging 9 rebounds a game in the playoffs. Tatum couldn't finish it. Gets it back and throws it down. Everybody stop.
I think they stopped because they thought he was hanging on the rim too long, and maybe they were going to call offensive basket interference. They didn't. Qtr just plays on miss.
Here's Pritchard coming off that 32-point masterpiece in game 4. Brown against Edgecombe. Foul. Edgecombe's a really good young defender, but that's a tough one-on-one matchup.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup. That was a bully ball right there.